Oh, what did I do? Let's see. Hi. Why don't I hear you though? Hold on. I don't hear you. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I know I had it muted, sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about me. I'll just keep working while we're waiting for everybody to join.
Okay. I forgot to check on one thing. I will be right back.
Oh, it's okay. It's only 5 o'clock. I'm gonna wander in and out between now and 5:15.
Okay.
Hey, Erin.
Hey, Aaron. Kitty cat.
What's your kitty's name, Erin?
So this is Ravi, and he loves snuggles. How are you doing, Cindy?
I'm fine. My kitty is asleep in the other room, so I assume he's not joining us this evening.
Okay.
What did you say your kitty's name was, Erin?
This is Ravi,
Robbie?
R-A-V-I, like Ravi Shankar.
Ravi Shankar, okay.
Yes.
Very sweet.
Cindy. Cindy, hi Cindy's.
Hi.
Hello.
Exciting news day today.
Wow.
That's an
They
understatement.
just keep coming, don't they?
Oh, hourly sometimes. I'm not sleeping well the last 2 nights. Even though I'm exercising and trying to reduce my stress and all those things. It'll get better after the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to, I had to have a conversation with my husband about limiting the amount of news that we had on the TV to like 1 hour an evening. So of course, today while I was working, I streamed all day, the entire event on one monitor while I was working on the other.
Brave. That's brave. Last Wednesday, I've never done this. I sat and watched on C-SPAN the Electoral College results being tabulated. And I found it
Yeah.
oddly comforting because it was regular and there was a routine to it. And it was just, I just needed to sit. And even though I knew that was going to happen, I just found it reassuring to watch it.
Yeah.
Something normal.
Yeah, what's normal?
And welcome.
Hey, it's a new normal. Every day there's a new normal.
Yeah.
Where's your birdie,
Well, Bulky,
Aaron?
unfortunately, Bulky, my birdie, passed. She
Oh.
had egg yolk
I'm sorry.
peritonitis. But this gives me a chance to introduce you to my new pigeon, who does not like being held. But this is, I don't know if you can
This is
see
early.
it, but that is Thimble. And
Oh.
he is leg disabled. He can fly, but he cannot land.
Uh-huh.
He has no landing gear.
No.
Oh.
So,
So
Oh my goodness.
did you permanently adopt him,
So
Aaron?
how does that?
I did. I drove halfway to Chicago to adopt a pigeon with no landing gear because
You're a
Oh.
kind and good person. That's why.
I'm a little crazy like that. So Thimble has a special cushioned roost. So when he flies, he lands and he bounces.
And he's already figured out to use the special cushion.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's impressive.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
he's got me trained already.
Edmund, I just got a really weird thing pop up on my computer that says your network bandwidth is low.
Is what?
Low. Isn't that kind of
It's
odd?
not enough. Okay. Oh, well,
That seems odd that I would get that.
no, my
I'll
my
leave my
Zoom
camera
has
here. Hang on.
my Zoom application has been really dorked up for the last week or so. So I need
Ah,
to call up AT&T and ask them, hey, what, I need more bandwidth, I guess.
I don't
Fix
know.
me.
I'm not a tech.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure. I don't actually know that I even know what that means.
Same here, but I can pair it.
As long as I can see and hear you, Edmund, I'm happy. So
That's
Hey,
right.
Arun. Hey, you're making me.
As long as we
Great
don't
day.
lose you.
Hey, I'm here. And oh, I don't have my
Dorothy, is
watch.
that you coming in?
It's me. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Dorothy.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Dorothy.
Happy New Year.
Hey.
Happy
Yes,
New Year.
Happy 2021. I'm into it already. I'm getting my wine. Be back in a moment.
cheers.
I'm not going to have any wine until tomorrow being as I didn't go to sleep till 5 this morning, so no
Oh.
alcohol today. I have to stay awake,
Tried
stay awake
melatonin.
until regular bedtime. Whatever that is.
I think we need to hydrate every day.
That's a good plan.
Hydration's important. Wow.
Yeah, I look at my evening wine glass as my hydration for the day. I do the same thing.
That works. When I was in Italy, only time in my life, there was a drought, a killer drought in Europe, Southern Europe. And we were told, you got to hydrate because it's hot out here. And so hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I lasted 4 days before fainting. I had hydrated with reds and whites. Oh, those
I don't think
limoncellos.
that's what they meant.
I think
I
they
don't
want
think that's
to
what
have
they meant.
H2O.
You know, wow. I'd do it again. I would do it again. Water trip. Boy, that was fun.
We'll be able to travel one day again.
Yes, yes.
Oh, boy. So where would either one of you, any of you, go as soon as you had an opportunity to really go?
Well, I have a cousin who's a nurse practitioner and she lives in Idaho, and we've made plans to do a little vacation in August in Idaho.
Mhm. The
I've
Grand
never been.
Tetons are beautiful. Mhm.
She used to live in Boise. She's now working at a hospital in Pocatello, and she's had both her vaccines, and so she can go anywhere. But I'm hoping I'll have my vaccine by August.
That's a good one. Pocatello. Mhm.
Isn't that a great
Pocatello.
name? Great word.
Yeah. Is that where the a university is? Boise State? No, Boise. Boise.
I'm unaware of that, but it is
Pocatello.
close to several Indian reservations, and that's one reason she's there, is to help that population in particular.
Dog. Hot
Oh,
dog.
that's really noble of her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, she used to drive back and forth. It's a 4-hour drive from Boise to Pocatello,
Mhm.
and she works a week and then she's off a week, and she's now renting out in Pocatello because it's easier.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I spent some time in Pocatello, about 4 weeks. And I was doing some Army duty up there and was rooming with another Army guy. And I was showing him pictures of my family. And he showed me pictures of his family. And there were about 17 people in there. It was because he was a Mormon. He had about 3 wives and many, many children. And that's a culture I had never been close to at all, but I got to know a little bit about the culture through, I think his name was Randy. My gosh. So Pocatello is a cool place.
Very interesting. Lots of diversity in the world.
Hi, Latrice, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, Cindy.
Yep.
Yes.
We can.
Well, I'm trying to figure out some things.
Patrick, do you know if Mike or Helen are,
They're both
Attending.
logging in.
okay,
That's
Mike?
good.
Congratulations on
Yeah.
your baby.
Yay, Mike.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
That's
congrats.
beautiful. That's just
Getting any
beautiful.
sleep?
Some. Yeah, he was about 3.5 weeks early, so it was a little bit.
Oh,
Look at your voice.
Surprise.
But everyone's doing great, so
Great.
that's all we can ask for.
You look happy.
Yeah, I'm not as well rested as I was before the last meeting.
You look happy.
That's
Hey,
wonderful.
You're doing well so far. Keep Keep it going, keep it going, keep enjoying. Wow.
Okay, so we have a quorum, so I think we can call our meeting to order. Patrick, are you ready for us if we do that?
Yes, we are live streaming and the meeting's being recorded. So we're all set on our end.
Okay, Aaron, do you want to do a roll call?
Sure, I would be happy to do a roll call. Joan,
Here.
Edmund,
Hello. Yep.
Cindy,
Present.
Dorothy,
Here.
Latrice,
Here.
Mike,
Here.
Helen,
Here.
Patrick.
Here.
Oh, Stacy's here too. Good. Yay.
Hello. And I just heard from Mr. Lander, who said he will be late in joining us.
Okay.
Oh, Latrice. Yay.
I was trying to figure it out.
You got it, you got it. Keep
We had
pushing
you for a
buttons.
minute there. Now we see your chair.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still working.
Okay, while Latrice is working on getting, hi Helen, you just popped up on my screen. While Latrice is working on getting her audio or her video up rather. Did everybody get a chance to review the
Actually, I'm
minutes?
doing some COVID testing right now. So
Oh.
Okay. Did she say she's going to do COVID testing?
I think so.
She
Okay.
said she was at work.
I'm doing COVID testing. I'm still at work.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Did everybody get a chance to review the minutes? I think Patrick sent them on the email. Okay. Anybody have any questions or issues?
I think so.
I have one question.
No.
Oh, it's not on the minutes. Never mind. It's for
Okay,
the rest of it. I'll save it.
Move. I move to accept. Accept the minutes as written.
Yes.
Edmund.
So
okay, Edmund, it's
Needing a
moved.
second.
Can I get a second for an approval on the minutes?
I would like to second that.
Thank you, Aaron. Patrick, is there any correspondence?
I know Lindsay had sent along one email from a patron who was very grateful that we were open and doing some stuff. Kathleen, do you recall any other? Hasn't been a, there were a couple of emails asking how to go about donating to the library, but I think most of those ended up going to the Friends, so.
Point of order. We got a motion, but we didn't vote to approve the minutes.
Did we not get a second? Aaron that seconded it.
Yeah, just no vote then.
Motion, but we need to vote to approve the minutes.
Oops,
Okay, I
all
will.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Helen. Because we can all learn the lessons if we spent our entire day like I did streaming the impeachment hearings. Talk about a lesson in civics. Thank you, Helen. I
Robert's
appreciate
rule.
that. Okay, I appreciate that. So it looks like we're not going to have a council liaison report. Patrick, do you have?
No,
librarian?
Mr. Clay is here.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Clay.
Oh, yeah.
There. Where? He's not.
The bottom.
He's there. If you've got it on speaker view, as soon as he speaks, then he should pop up there.
How, you know what? That's a good point. How do I fix that?
A lot of times upper right-hand corner, there'll be speaker view or full screen or gallery view. It depends on how you're.
Thank you. Thanks, Patrick. I got everybody now. I told you I'm not a tech.
Okay.
Well,
Join the-
good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
My report will be brief. It's the beginning of the year, so not a whole lot is cooking right now. But I will say that we did have a meeting, a council meeting on Monday. And our study session took a look at a report that the city commissioned to look at the fiscal impact that Washington University has on U City. I don't want to get into all the minutia of it, but the bottom line is that we expend more as a city in servicing WashU, particularly with police, fire to some degree, some other services, than we receive in taxes from those properties. As you may know, when Washington University buys a property, in most circumstances, it goes under the auspices of the nonprofit that WashU is, and so it goes off the tax rolls. And so apartment buildings, in particular, that are behind the loop in that area, there's a lot of those red doors with the green trim. Those are not actually properties that generate any tax revenue for the city. But yet, of course, we service them as we do any resident city, irrespective of the domicile that they live in. So there'll be more on that. We did get some information. I won't go into all the minutiae of the difference between fiscal and economic impact and all the things that we discussed at that study session. But suffice it to say that the council is looking closely at the relationship with Washington University, certainly acknowledging the benefit that they provide to the community and to University City, but also understanding some of the more challenging aspects of the relationship. In terms of the, let me pause there, see if there are any questions on that. Okay. In terms of the meeting itself, really only one real item of consequence. I think that might be of interest to this group, in that we had a public hearing of the proposed rezoning of Costco, what is called the Market at Olive is the name of the Olive 170 Costco development. Market or marketplace? Anyway, the Costco, we'll just call it that. Anyway, there was a rezoning done, which there's going to be a number of procedural things that need to be done that aren't particularly fun or sexy, that just need to happen to allow things to move forward. I think the most salient thing to take away from this is these things are happening, so they are moving forward. So rezoning is no one cares about. We had to do it, but it is an indication that things are moving forward with the development. Drawings were provided in the packet, so certainly you can go and see kind of what this will look like. There were some early drawings, but this is a bit more definitive, understanding all the particularities of the space. So progress on that. There are some other developments that University City is looking at in terms of apartment buildings along Del Mar towards the west end. So again, if you're curious about that, I'd encourage you to look at the packet from this past Monday. But some positive things are happening in the community. And one final thing I would say is we are always looking for folks.
Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
Stacy, this is Edmund.
Yes.
Were there any surprises in the latest drawings and descriptions from the things that we were hearing more about from the commission from a year ago?
No real surprises. I mean, I think there were some minor changes as they understood the configuration and how they kind of want things to sit. Costco, of course, is the anchor, and is the sun that everything kind of orbits around. So now that we have more understanding about how they will actually sit and what what they actually need. That has influenced how some of the other pieces of the development sit, but nothing really earth shattering in terms of changes.
Okay. Thank you.
The final thing that I'll offer, and I recognize I'm in large measure speaking to the choir here, but if you know those citizens who are willing to serve on a board or a commission, please have them contact Laurette Reese. We are always looking for folks. Some of our boards and commissions are actually painfully specific in the kind of people that have to serve, and so makes it very difficult to sometimes get them actually, in some cases, even to a quorum, because historic preservation needs an architect and land.
Oh, wow.
Others need very specific things, but more generally, we just need people to be willing to serve. So again, if you know folks, you all obviously are already committed, so I would not ask you to necessarily sign up for something else, but if you know others who may be willing to serve as you have done, please have them contact the city clerk, Laurette Reese, for an application. With that, I'll take any questions.
And Mr. Clay, the outstanding question from last month from Ms. Nelling about the True Hotel.
Thank you.
Yeah, and did we get whoops.
Yeah.
Just hit the wrong button. Did we get a response on
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I think we did. Just basically that it was moving forward. They were working on the
Yeah.
parking agreement, and I was reminded of this because I was in a couple meetings where it came up to other members of the council and stuff like that.
And I think I sent the email to the city manager during our last meeting, and we did get a response, and I've forgotten that I did that. So yes, I think it is.
Yeah, no, you sent that right away, and I'd forgotten already to double check on it, and then just got the reply, so that's why I was aware.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you want to say more about that, Director Wall, but yes, it is moving forward. Was there something more specific with your question? Because I can't pull up the response from the city manager. That's the gist of it, but I can certainly find it if you would wish me to.
Well, from my point of view, is this going forward? This for sale sign is still out there. At least it was the last time I was at the library.
It is. And again, let me, Director Wall, do you have it?
Yeah, I was just looking for that. I kind of remembered that just before the beginning of the meeting.
If not, in an effort not to slow things down, what I can do is at the end, if you allow me some time, I'll find the email and we can revisit this. If you want to do that, or
yeah, so there had been a question about the police body cameras, and the answer to that was they're looking at initial implementation by March of this year, including equipment received and training. And let's see.
Patrick, do you want to wait and revisit this at the end when we can find the email?
Yeah, I've got it here. It was a brief response. The status of the True Hotel. They've received the rezoning and preliminary plan approval. They would still be required to come back and get their final plan approval prior to constructing the new hotel. The other component, they're awaiting on the parking agreement approval.
But I think, yes, it is moving forward to answer the question succinctly, yes.
Thanks, Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Are there any other questions? with Councilmember
Thank you.
Flagg. Thanks. Was there anything in the consent agenda that anyone needed to discuss, pull out, go over? Did everybody a chance to look through that?
Mhm.
Nope,
Nothing?
not for me.
Can I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda?
Second the motion. Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Hopefully soon we'll actually get to have our meetings in person when everybody can get their vaccines.
Mm.
Yeah.
There is one discussion item that we have. It's the building issues. So, Patrick, do we need to bring up any of the paperwork from that?
There wasn't too much. There was a pretty picture of the new shelving downstairs, which we're really happy with at this point, though nothing is on it. They do turn really nicely and move along. So we're optimistic that's going to be as big a help as we thought.
And the other pretty, Patrick, was the other pretty picture of a new self-checkout stand?
Yes, yes. And we saved a fair amount of money on those by getting two that were ones that had been ordered for another job that didn't, they'd ordered two extra and didn't need them, so they were brand new in the box. And so we got them a little earlier than we need them. So they're just gonna, I think we're gonna wait till we reopen the building before we get them hooked up, but we'll see. We can't even, if everything were going now, we couldn't use them until we get about 80% of the collection tagged. So that'll be a while. But we'll see. I mean, if it looks like we can use them, I'm sure we'll get them rolled out there. The tax revenue looked mostly, good, which was something we've been waiting for. I've been really concerned about as far as moving forward with the renovation project. Now we just have to sort of get our ducks in a row with our architects and with a couple other, and finding a place to go. So we're working on that. We got some documents that we hope to have for this meeting, but we received them last night and put a call into Bond and just heard back from them before this meeting, wanting to set up another meeting, hopefully tomorrow. So once we get a few questions asked for answered from them, I'll pass it along to the board, hopefully first in the Building and Grounds Committee, and then to the whole board in February.
So the action item that we have tonight, the only action item that we have is the extension of the benefits.
Yes, last month, the board had approved extending those through the end of this month, and now we'd asked through the end of February.
Did I lose you?
No.
I lose the audio?
I think that's fine. I certainly would support that. Joan, would you like me to make a motion to extend those benefits through the end of February?
Yeah, unless anybody has any questions on what that means or what's involved in it.
I'm supported that along with Helen. I think that's a good thing.
Okay, so Helen, let's do that.
Okay, I move that we extend the FFRCA benefits through February the 28th, 2021.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so Patrick, you're good to go on that.
Thank you.
I actually don't have anything. Let me check my notes real quick. I think Patrick's gone over every, the only other thing I had on my list, does anybody need to know anything about the grants that came in? Because there, we did receive, the library did receive, what was it, like a $16,000 grant?
Yes, tech mini grant for laptops, a couple of desktops, and some new launch pads, which are sort of interactive children's tablets. And also the repair of 6 of those that had gotten broken over the months of years that we've had them.
Okay.
They've been really popular.
Congratulations on getting those grants.
Yeah, we were happy about that. And then I think we were really excited about Kara once again with the Science Fiction Writers of America grant, where it's not a huge amount of money, but they've for 2 years in a row given her like double what she's asked for.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
Which I don't think we've ever had happen before with a grant.
Great.
So the only thing that I do have is that it is January, so it means we need to start thinking again about the director review process. I will pull the paperwork together. I think I'm the one that has it, Helen. Is that right? Or do you have it?
So, but why don't you and I talk at sometime in the next couple days and get organized so that we can present a package to the rest of the board to deal with.
Let me make a note of that, and then we'll pull that together and I guess email it out to everyone if and I don't remember if it was a fillable form or not, but I'll get with Helen, we'll pull this together, and then when we're ready to send it out, we'll maybe pop an email out to everybody.
Will it be similar to the one you did last year? You did all that work last year to revise, so you're not going to revise it again? Good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's up to you guys, if you feel like you want to revise it, I mean, it makes it a little hard given the situation we find ourselves in with COVID, but if you feel like there's things that you want to add, we can certainly do that once the packet's even sent out. So
let me suggest that if anybody has an addition or suggestion to the form that we used last year, why don't you send them to me, because actually I had my daughter do the form, and we'll certainly incorporate anything that that you feel is lacking. Now, who's the director again?
That would be great. Thanks, Helen. That's what we'll do. So if you can think of anything you want to add, we'll pull it together and get that ready for everybody to start early in the year here, because it does take us a little while to get them out and get them back for us to compile them, and then we'll kind of roll into the spring when we need to do the review with Patrick. So now we need the committee reports. Does long range planning have a report?
We had said at the last meeting that after this meeting, we would plan the next long range planning meeting. Is that correct, Edmund?
Oh, I think he's frozen.
Oh, okay, so well, I can send out a doodle poll for long range planning and for building and grounds, and then budget and finance too, if that's okay.
Yeah, budget and finance we were going to do after the tax money came in.
Yeah,
we had some good idea about it. So it'll either, if we get it later, whether we get it before or after the February meeting, I'm not sure, but
okay,
we'll see.
Okay. Does anybody have anything from their committee that they do want to talk about?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I hear
Long
yes.
range planning. Patrick and I will try to set up a meeting within the next 10 days of the committee, so that we can just get started a bit on some of our visions.
And so for that, long range planning, I have Edmund as in the chair. Dorothy, Gerald, Mike, and Cindy on that committee.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay. Okay, well, this is going to be a fairly quick meeting then.
Don't.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, this is Cindy Dykeman. For action items in the past, we were doing roll call votes.
Because we are.
You're right. Okay, so are you going to do that, or do you want Aaron to do that?
Either one. I'm
Hey,
happy
Aaron,
to do
you
it.
want to?
This is for Helen's motion.
I believe so,
Is
yes.
this for Helen's motion about,
The extension.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cindy. I'm going to make a note on my paperwork to do a roll call for the future.
Cindy, would you do the honors?
Sure. Oh, good. I need to turn my volume up.
For the motion to extend the FFCRA benefits until February 28th, 2021. Edmund Acosta.
I didn't hear. What is this?
We're doing the roll call vote for the extension on the FFCRA benefits. I forgot in this format, we want to
Okay.
do this as a roll call vote.
Very good. Aye.
Dorothy Davis.
Aye.
Aaron Ginsberg.
Aye.
Joan Greco-Cohen.
Aye.
Mike Hart.
Aye.
Latrice Johnson.
Aye.
Gerald Lander.
aye.
Helen Nelling.
Aye.
Cindy Zerwis.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Now, I still think it's going to be kind of a fast meeting. Is there any old business anyone wants to go over? No? Okay, how about new business?
There were a couple of late notes, things that came in yesterday. And that was just that the Friends had received about $12,150 so far in donations this year. And we'd received 8 new Wi-Fi hotspots, which the Friends are also, they're paying for the hotspots themselves. The library's paying for the subscriptions to those, but those will be in circulation soon.
Patrick, when you talk about this year, do you mean 2020 or 2021?
They sent out their yearly letter in, I think, late October. The donations are still coming in.
Okay.
As of December, the end of December, they had 12,150. They've got about 10 or 15 more membership letters here now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Joan and committee chairs, if it's okay, I'll just send out some doodle polls for each of the committees.
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys do them during the day, I will do the best that I can to try and attend. You know, I might be able to, you know, if you do them during the day, I might be able to have you guys on my one monitor while I'm working on my other monitor. So I'll try if you guys end up doing during the day, because I don't know what's best for everybody timing wise on that.
Great.
Okay, so watch your email for the doodle polls, because we're going to do long range planning, budget and finance, and building and grounds. And we're going to try and do long range planning in the next 10 days, right, Edmund?
I'm breaking in and out, and I didn't hear that at all. I'm sorry.
I said you want to do your committee meeting in the next 10 days. Yeah, we're gonna lose him. Okay,
I'm back.
okay. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
I do have a question. I'm sorry that just remembered with regard to the bond scope of work, Patrick. When might we get a cost estimate and a schedule?
That's a good question. That's one of the things we'd like to ask them in our next meeting.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting something like that by now. We got a contract proposal for the exterior work that we had mentioned. So a little different than we had expected. So we have some questions for them, and then we'll send that on to Building and Grounds.
Okay. So no start date yet.
No, nothing close to
Okay.
that yet.
Good enough. Right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Because we did kind of rush through this meeting. So if there's, I don't want anybody to feel like, go ahead, go ahead, Cindy.
Well, I was looking through the file that Patrick sent out about the tuck pointing and other exterior work, and that all looks fine and overdue and necessary. But there was a phrase in there that jumped out at me, that they're using salt on the sidewalks and it's causing damage, and we're spending money, we will be spending money to repair that. And I'm just wondering if any consideration has been given to an alternative to using salt, because salt is hard on concrete and masonry surfaces and plants, and there are alternatives out there. And I know I don't mean to get into a deep discussion on that now. I'm just wondering if an alternative to salt has been looked at so that you can invest your money on this tuck pointing work, et cetera, and not have to redo it in 5 years because you're continuing to use salt on all these beautiful surfaces you'll now have.
Yeah, Bond had suggested, doing a subsurface heater to keep that.
I saw that.
Yeah. The library has had, a long memory of the failed one from 50 years ago. I guess that shouldn't be something that stops us now, since, we'd assume that the technology's improved a little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
I avoid using salt, and there are products out there that are safe for plants, safe for animals, that are not so harsh on your sidewalks and masonry surfaces.
Yeah, and I know when we plan correctly, we do that. Every now and then we find ourselves, sudden ice storm and we're out of
whatever.
Yeah, and then the city's really helpful about coming over and clearing it too. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that's something we should definitely keep in mind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody good? Is there anything else anybody wants to go over on that paperwork that Patrick sent through? I mean, we're jumping around here a little bit, but further questions?
Move we adjourn?
Well, if somebody makes a motion, I think we can.
Well, I move we adjourn.
I would like to second that.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Cindy, do we need a roll call for adjournment?
No.
Oh, did we lose Cindy?
Okay. No, I'm just muted. There we go.
Oh.
We've only been doing that for the action items, Joan.
Okay.
The roll
Okay,
call
then.
vote. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
is this an all-time record
I think
for the shortest board meeting?
I think it actually might be. I think that was.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm on efficiency mode these days.
It was nice to see everyone.
It was really nice to see you all.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Take care, everyone.
2021. Oh, boy. Oh, big smiles. Look at that. I'm loving it. Cheers, all.
Has anybody
Take
heard
care.
anything about maybe when vaccines are gonna start rolling out for people? I've not heard anything.
Nobody,
When,
nobody
we-
seems to know. The state and I mean, they're still doing the 1As and they're just don't even seem to have a plan. I mean, they don't have a vocal plan or plan out there for how
Mhm.
other people, they're gonna starting with age 65 and above. But how you're gonna hear about it, what you're gonna do, I don't think anybody's really noticed.
There's
county-
something on their website where you can sign up to get notification about when you're eligible for vaccines. And I know we had volunteered the library as a vaccine site just in the hopes of getting everybody
Yeah.
vaccinated, but they said they're not even to that point yet.
Yeah.
We'll be meeting with the representatives of the health department, but not until the first week in February.
Okay.
Latrice,
good
what about
question,
your
good answer.
place? Have you heard
Yeah,
anything on your
Latrice probably
side?
knows more about this than anybody.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting a lot of people ready for learning how to give vaccines and stuff. They already have shoot a lot of pharmacists and techs out to the homes. I can't. I don't want to say old people home, but
Yeah.
you know, them
Assisted
homes,
living.
there you go. They all of them, they have done that. But they are getting ready to making sure they get a lot more people trained for inside when they able to do come into Walgreens and give the vaccine too.
Mhm. Thank you,
They'll be doing
Latrice.
the testing plus the
Our friends in
Thank
the
you.
progressive state of Louisiana who have no reason to get it except they're over 65 have already are getting it tomorrow.
Oh,
So many states are way ahead of us.
yeah.
West Virginia.
Mm.
West Virginia is leading.
Yeah, I think when we first talked to the county last Thursday, to the health department, they said they had just gotten, they just started vaccinating their own frontline staff that day.
It'll be a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it.
Okay, well,
Thank
everybody
you.
stay healthy
You
Yeah.
too.
Latrice,
and prepared.
keep up the great work out there.
Hi, everybody. It's
Lovely.
good seeing all of you.
Yep.
Hopefully we can do this in person in the fall.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
That's about
It'll
right.
happen. We'll be there.
Hey Patrick, when is that book going to come through? You know, the one I asked about.
I think
I'm
Cindy
gonna
had
go.
said
I'll see everybody later.
Bye.
like the 18th or something, I think is when they said it would get here. And then a couple of days to get it processed.
Okay. I think it's going to be interesting. Don't
Mhm.
you think? Yeah.
Yeah, have you done Hoopla? Because they have it both on audio and on, just the ebook.
So I can get it on the ebook on here.
Yeah, yeah. If you go to Hoopla,
Yeah, I think I want to show people.
okay.
Yeah, I think I read that book.
Yeah, like our normal book distributor didn't have it, but they had it at Amazon and they said that it would be here, by the 18th or so.
So what do you think? There was some time traveling going on there?
I don't know. We will find out. Yeah. Yeah, the TikTok person said we have to wait to see what happens on inauguration day.
So are you going to read it yourself?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Okay.
I want
Okay.
somebody to ask Patrick I want somebody to ask Patrick a question that he can't answer.
I don't think my answers are, it's just talking. It's not really information sometimes. It's just agreement or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Cindy, your question about the salt was one that, I think a lot of times we just like, it's icy out there and we just ran to Home Depot and we, that's what they had. So,
Right.
yeah.
I try to pay attention to some of those environmental issues because personally around my house, I've noticed that I had a dog for 15 years and I didn't want my dog to get salt burns on his pads. And some states like Minnesota, they're more aware of some of those issues than say Missouri because winter is longer in Minnesota and it's harder on buildings and
yeah.
other
And we're
things.
always surprised by an ice storm.
Yeah,
you know?
except on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to get very much snow this year, I've heard.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a
It's supposed to be
shame.
pretty dry. I know. I would much rather have snow, sun
Yeah.
and snow. I don't care how cold it is. I just want snow and sun.
Want to go sledding a couple
It's a
days.
goofy year. It snowed in Austin last week.
Yeah, that was strange.
South
Yeah.
Louisiana.
There always seems to be like somewhere way south of here, a blizzard, and we get, nothing or next to nothing.
That's right.
We get gray and
Oh,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah. And 33 degrees and rain.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.